Hello everyone and welcome to Science Spot. This podcast shines the spotlight on the latest in science and technology from Japan. Your host is Ren from Science Talk. So today's topic is the color of sea. Have you ever heard the Earth's environment was completely different billions of years ago? This episode takes us back to the Archean era, which lasted from about 4 to 2.5 billion years ago. Back then, the atmosphere had almost no oxygen, just a million today's levels, and harmful UV rays flooded the Earth's first surface. In those ancient oceans, a form of iron called ferrous iron was dissolved in the fusion amount. It's a strange thought. Oceans are full of iron instead of the blue sea we know today. Then revolutionary life form appeared, Cyanobacteria. These microbes perform the oxygenic photosynthesis, meaning they use the sunlight to produce oxygen. First, they changed the chemistry of the oceans, and eventually they began filling the atmosphere with oxygen too. This led to what's known as the Great Oxidation Event, about 2.4 billion years ago. That event paves way for more complex life like eukaryotes and animals. And this research focuses on how these tiny cyanobacteria managed to survive and in those early iron-rich oceans. The key to this mystery lies in light. The research is focused on the underwater light environment of the ancient Earth. When oxygen from photosynthesis reacted with the dissolved ferrous iron, and it formed iron oxide, and this is a reddish brown substance that doesn't dissolve well in water. These particles would float in the ocean and absorb UV and blue light very efficiently. Meanwhile, water absorbs red light. That means the light left behind in the water was mostly green. So imagine this. Billions of years ago, after the ocean weren't blue, they were glowing green. But here's the puzzle. Most modern plants and algae use a pigment called chlorophyll, which absorbs the red and blue light, not green. If ancient oceans were filled with green light, how did cyanobacteria perform the photosynthesis? To find the answer, researchers studied the light harvesting structures of cyanobacteria called light antennas. These are made of pigments and proteins that capture light and transfer its energy to chlorophyll. They discovered that cyanobacteria developed a set of special pigments, including bilin pigments and 3 types of light harvesting complexes, that allows them to absorb green light effectively. It's as if these microbes built custom antennas to catch green light in the ancient area. Today, this idea, called the Green Ocean Hypothesis, the term used multiple approaches. They stimulated evolution in the lab and showed that green light selects for organisms with green light absorbing pigments. And then they built molecular phylogenetic trees to trace the evolution of these pigments and confirm that the early cyanobacteria likely had them. They ran quantum chemistry calculation to reveal how the antenna system efficiently transferred green light to chlorophyll. They even explored modern-day environments similar to early Earth, such as Iwo in Japan, and their iron-rich waters filter light in the same way. And sure enough, they found many photosynthetic organisms that thrive in green light. This This study proposes that the oxygen released by RYU Cyanobacteria oxidized iron in the ocean, filling them with green light. This green light, in turn, drove the evolution of specialized light harvesting systems, allowing cyanobacteria to flourish. This is a beautiful example of co-evolution, where life transforms its environment and that transformation shapes the future of life. The green ocean hypothesis doesn't just deepen our understanding of Earth's history. It also has implications for the search for the life beyond Earth. NASA scientists are now considering whether green light-rich planets might be home to similar photosynthetic life. And the researchers described Earth as a pale blue dot. Maybe ancient Earth was once a pale green dot. This research was published in Nature Ecology and Evolution on February 18th, 2025. And thanks for listening to SciencePod. I publish episodes every weekday morning in both Japanese and English. If you enjoyed today's topic, share your thoughts using the hashtag SciencePod. See you next time.